Fresh on the heels of a 16% reduction in serious and violent crimes in 2014, police responded to more than 20 murders in January. A defiant police commissioner vows to up the ante.
It is our sworn duty to protect the life of every Jamaican.
First order of business?
We will increase our efforts at community policing. It is high time that the citizenry of this country work hand in hand with the police and become fully involved in the efforts to make Jamaica safer.
That ultimate goal involves the deployment of more police officers to the streets, and with the help of the military, criminal gangs and their facilitators will be targeted, especially those involved in the guns for drugs trade. A dedicated task force has been investigating.
Already, they have identified some 21 guns for drugs syndicate operating in the country, and we are impacting them by we made significant seizures of drugs leaving Jamaica and guns coming back to Jamaica.
The police also plan to turn up the heat on lotto scammers. The High Command anticipates that by the end of the year, over 500 persons will be charged under the Law Reform Fraudulent Transactions Special Provisions Act.
So far, we have about 26 persons charged under the legislation that are currently in court, and we're pursuing 400 more investigations under the legislation.
And a special unit will be established to deal with acts of terrorism, a merger of the police flying squad and the organized crime investigative division.
That is to ensure that the two divisions or formations are much more effective in dealing with robbers and organized crime and all those kinds of issues. They are going to be much more involved in anti-terrorist enforcement. They are going to be trained more specifically in investigating crimes that are normally done by terrorists.
And to protect the livelihood of farmers, a predial larceny liaison officer is to be appointed by the JCF to work with the Jamaica Agricultural Society.
To ensure that police activities against predial larceny are well coordinated across the country.
To further reduce the number of police fatal shootings, Commissioner Williams says the police will continue to work with the Independent Commission of Investigations. Training will also continue in the use of non-lethal weapons so the police do not have to resort to deadly force.
Early in this new year, very early, you should start to see the police officers wearing the kit on the road.
Steps will also be taken to improve accountability in the force. The Commissioner promised greater supervision of guard rooms.
And, to a great extent, that has been working. Prisoners who are now taken in custody they remain in custody only because they need to be there. Where it is not necessary to have prisoners in custody, they are properly processed and released.
And following last year's incident in which a detainee died from injuries he sustained at the Barnett Street Police Station in St. James,
we are now exercising greater care for the people in our custody. I have not had any significant complaints in recent times.
And to support the efforts of the police, government is providing electronic station diaries to replace the large manual logs now in use. National Security Minister Peter Bunting announced earlier this month that e-diaries will be provided, starting with a test run in one police division in the first quarter of this year. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, with support from the National Security Ministry, working assiduously to create a safer Jamaica for all in 2015 and beyond.